If you've ever watched The Godfather, Goodfellas, or The Sopranos, you might have thought, wouldn't it be cool to be in the mob? But what if you climbed the ranks, took out your rivals, and then, after years on the run, got caught by a Google Street View car? Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's exactly what happened to one of Italy's most wanted men. Meet Gioacchino Gammino. A hardened mafia boss from Sicily, Gammino wasn't just another gangster, he was the leader of a powerful crime clan, caught in a deadly feud with a rival faction. His reputation? Ruthless. The kind of guy who settled disputes with a blam blam rather than words. One of the most shocking allegations against him? He was involved in the assassination of an anti-mafia judge, rigging the man's car with a bomb. One moment, the judge was leaving for work. The next, boom, gone. Living this kind of life, Gammino always knew he had two options: get unalived or get arrested. And in 1998, it was the latter. After going into hiding in Barcelona, Spanish authorities finally caught up with him. He was arrested, shipped back to Italy, put on trial, and sentenced to life in an Italian prison. You'd think that was the end of his story. But Gammino, he had other plans. In 2002, something wild happened. A film crew showed up to shoot a movie inside the prison. With actors, cameras, and extras flooding the place, the prison turned chaotic. And at the worst possible moment, an inmate tried to escape, scaling the walls, setting off alarms, and causing absolute mayhem. Guards rushed to stop the breakout, but in all the commotion, Gammino saw his chance. Unlike prisoners in the US, Italian inmates didn't wear bright orange jumpsuits, they wore regular clothes. So, Gammino quietly slipped into the crowd of film crew members. And when security evacuated the civilians, they unknowingly escorted him right out the front door. It was almost too easy. And once he was free, he ran, leaving Italy behind for good. Over the years, he built a whole new life in Spain. He changed his name, cut ties with everyone from his past, and started working as a chef. He even got married. Eventually, he opened his own Italian restaurant, cooking Sicilian food because, of course, he was Sicilian. When that business failed, he started a small fruit and vegetable shop called El Huerto de Manu, which means Manuel's garden. Manuel, his new identity. And for 20 years, no one suspected a thing. Back in Italy, the authorities never stopped looking. By 2014, Gammino was still on the country's top 100 most wanted list. But without any solid leads, his case went cold. Until one ordinary day in 2018, he made a very small mistake. Standing outside his fruit shop, chatting with a friend, he didn't notice the Google Street View car drive by. One simple snapshot, one casual moment captured on camera was all it took to bring him down. At the time, no one thought much of it. But a few years later, in 2022, the Italian authorities got a tip. Gammino was alive and hiding in Spain. Investigators scoured the internet for any trace of him, and that's when they found it, a blurry image of a man standing outside El Huerto de Manu. His face was blurred, but there was something familiar. His posture, his build, and right above his head, the shop's phone number. That number led to another discovery, an old Facebook page for an Italian restaurant that had shut down years before. The restaurant Gammino used to own. And his face, clear as day. Italian authorities confirmed their suspicions. That was their guy. They contacted Spanish police, and together, they planned a takedown. When the raid happened, Gammino didn't stand a chance. One minute, he was living his quiet new life. The next, he was in handcuffs. After decades on the run, the fugitive crime boss was finally going back to prison to serve his life sentence, this time for good, and all because of one random Google Street View image. Crazy, right? If you enjoyed this wild story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more insane true crime cases. Who knows? Maybe the next big fugitive is already caught, just waiting to be found in the background of someone's vacation photo.